Welcome back, Vegas Views. Dawn Sullivan, Danny Miner. Danny, how was your week?
The week was great, and this show is perfect. I just said this show is the best show ever because we have no plans. This is the no plan show.
Yeah.
We just talk whatever's going on, and that's what we do.
Not gonna lie, 32 seconds ago, right before the camera started rolling, I said, what are we gonna do? He said, I don't fucking know. Okay, here we are. So, okay, I gotta tell you about my week. My week was good. Okay, we had so much going on. We had a couple of different auditions in the agency. I got an award this week
Yes,
at the
congrats.
Ahern. Thank you, at the Ahern.
That looked fun. If I wasn't working, I would have came.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
My team came out, so thank you guys so much that came out to represent Rise Talent and me. It was a cool award. It was like for the Health and Wellness Expo, so like they think I'm a healthy person in Las Vegas here, which I thought was pretty cool. Some of my talent was like, well, what do they mean healthy? Like, what are they giving you a health award for? And I'm like, well, because I'm healthy in the community. I'm positive. I encourage good behavior, which I think I do, right? So I encourage good. So it was nice. So thank you for that. That was cool. Awesome. I had a good week. Tell me about your week. What's going on? You were in a movie.
I was in a movie.
Can we talk about the movie, please?
Sure.
Okay. So we're not allowed to say all that much because you guys just wrapped, correct?
Yes.
We're done now. We're done
now,
filming
yes.
here, so we're on to the next, which is amazing. But it was a movie called Easy's Waltz with Al Pacino and Vince Vaughn. That's all we're really allowed to say.
Yes.
But Danny had so much exposure in this movie. Are you totally excited about
I'm
this
excited, and the only thing is you got to wait a year to see.
I know. But we've already made plans. We've already made plans. We're going to do the Vegas premiere in the Palms because it's one of my favorites.
Are you being serious?
I'm dead serious. You know that little area in the Palms?
I'm not going to be invited to the premiere.
Why? And wouldn't you be invited to the premiere?
I don't know. It sounds like something like for stars.
I just love the way he acts. Danny, of course you're going to be invited. We're going to go to the Rented Theater. We're going to check it out. We're just a red carpet with Maria. Hell yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Well, hey, listen.
I'm going to see you in a tux. I'm excited.
Well, I'll put a tux on, yeah.
This time I'm gonna wear a purple dress. Watch, it's in a year from now, but you'll be like, she's right. I'm gonna do purple this year because I never do purple. So for this event, I'm gonna do purple.
Just my gut feeling that I think the movie's gonna be good.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I think people are gonna love it.
The cast is insane.
Yeah, I think people are gonna love it. For this to be my first movie to be in, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know what? People were saying to me, "You got lucky to be in your first movie to be this, like a major movie."
I was thinking about that too. Like, you skipped all the bullshit and the nonsense. Like in this business, I get resumes after resumes after resume. Well, I was in this theater group. I was in this, and not that there's anything wrong with small work, guys.
Right.
We love building yourself up is how you get there, right? But they wait for an opportunity, like in a chance like this, and here you come out the gate.
I just fell into it somehow. I have no idea.
So cool, but everybody loves you.
Like you were talking about SAG and this and that. I don't even know what that is. Like you were saying.
I said, well, Danny, do you understand it's the union? He goes, oh, I have no clue what that is, but great, I'll do the movie. You cared about none of like the details. It was like, yeah, no, I'll be there, I'll do the movies. What do I wear? That was like his biggest question. Not what am I getting paid? Who am I working with? None of that. What do I wear? I'm like, he's such a cool dude. You have to love you.
I'll be honest with you, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. I would do it anytime again. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's a cool experience.
Yeah.
It really is.
To watch the production and
just watch like the professional actors there, like the real actor.
Yeah.
They're so professional. Like seeing it done in person is so impressive.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe how good they are.
And
honestly, God, I can't believe it.
There's so much of a stigma about how nasty people are on set and stuff like that. I'll tell you something crazy. I want to tell you something crazy. Most of the people on set, I don't know if you'd agree and disagree, you spent a lot more time on this set than I did. I think I was there for 1 or 2 days and then I couldn't.
I was there 5 days.
You were there? Oh yeah, I was
like
1 or 2
14
days
hours a day.
Yeah, I was out. I had to go. I couldn't sit there. I felt bad for you guys, but I was like, those were long days, 7-hour days for me. So I can imagine you put your time in there. Yeah. But I did notice that the big stars, Vince Vaughn, Al Pacino, Shania Twain, what was his
Rex?
Rex.
I can't think of his last name.
Loving, amazing people. Worked with such integrity and they were so kind to everybody, small actors and large actors. You know who were nasty? Some of like the zero paid extras are sitting there like, where's my trailer? And I'm like, oh my God, get with it. Like Shania Twain is like shaking hands, hugging people, saying hello, being kind and genuine. And there's some girls and guys sitting there, where's my trip? Get the hell out of here. Grow up. It drives me crazy. crazy, Danny. Did you see it? You saw it. I saw it. Come on.
I saw it.
Wait, you're
But
not until you're someone.
I can tell you this. I was treated perfectly on this set.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
By everybody, wardrobe, makeup, directors. I mean, we ate lunch next to the director.
Tell me the director and the production company.
Listen.
Absolutely. I'm not allowed to name names, but you guys,
Yeah.
thank you so
Yes.
much for being so kind to so many of my talent. I put a lot of talent on that movie, and I heard the same thing from most everybody, that they were just amazing.
They
to you
ate
guys.
with us.
Yeah.
They sat down at the same tables with us and ate.
Because they're human beings.
Right. I mean,
Yes.
it was. I felt, for being my first movie, it was so impressive. I felt, that I belonged.
Yeah.
They didn't feel like you were an outcast or anything. It was cool.
Yeah, guys,
And
when
everybody
this
treated you nice.
comes out, Easy's Waltz, go and see it. Easy's Waltz, Al Pacino, Vince
I'm hoping
Vaughn.
it's not like my last
There you go.
movie.
Hell no, we've got more. Vegas is pumping, by the way. We've got so much stuff coming to Las Vegas right now. Your last movie, you're just getting started.
Listen, and I decided, I'm telling you, I'm ready for lines. I'm ready to go.
You think so?
I am. Listen, I haven't told you this, but I've been practicing. I found some acting things on YouTube. I practiced.
way.
I videotaped myself.
I'm so proud of you.
Listen, because I want to do this.
I love
If
that.
this other project that you know about that I can't talk about doesn't work out, I'm full in this. Full.
Yeah?
Yes. I'm going to go full out. And when I go full out,
Okay, so I have a question.
all right.
So, how about coming to Rise Talent Management on Thursday night at 6:30?
Okay.
I was going to make the announcement. I have a friend of mine named Quincy coming to teach the class.
Thursday.
6:30 Thursday, 6:30 to 9 p.m.
All right.
Come on, I put Danny up for a challenge.
Are you doing
On
acting
camp.
classes tonight or no?
Yes. There's
What
an
time?
acting class tonight at 5:30 to 7:30. And then I think you have a meeting at 7:30.
I'll be there.
So you'll be, this is so exciting. Danny, I've never been to one of the acting classes before. Production's here. Like, yes, because she comes, Maria's sister. She comes to acting as well. I love it. Awesome.
I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I might just observe tonight.
Listen,
I just might observe.
sit in the back. Don't say a word. You can read the script if you want. You can sit there like this and observe. You can pretend like you're judging the people. I don't care what you do, but as long as you're there, you're going to have fun. But Thursday, too, is going to be an epic class. I have Quincy coming, who's a good friend of mine. He's got an extensive background. I don't want to let out who he is, but I'll tell you later who he is. But yeah, guys, if you're listening and you want to check out a cool acting class, please call me ahead of time because Quincy's going to book out quick. So definitely be there for that. We look good. I love our backgrounds.
Yeah, we do look good.
Yeah, we look great.
We do look good, man. Yeah. I dressed up. I put a regular shirt on today instead of my T-shirt.
You look nice. Your shirt looks black and that's blue, though. We kind of match.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of do
Yeah.
on a thing.
So wait, talk to me about something. Off topic again. I was going through my TikTok today. What is going on? I don't want to bring such a dim light right now because we're on such a positive note, but there was a man and a woman selling their child.
Oh, God. I did that TikTok. I just released it this couple hours ago. I put it up. See, but I don't release my videos to the mornings on TikTok. I release them on Facebook and Instagram earlier.
Yeah.
So then I just released that. These two people, God, I can't remember where it was. South Carolina.
Okay.
South Carolina, these two people sold their daughter for $20. 14-year-old daughter. $20 to a 60-year-old man for months, years, whatever. They used their kids as currency to make money. They sold their kids. It makes me sick. Yeah, you saw the
That
video.
is so
I flipped. And if you look at the two of them,
Guys,
they look like...
Pop onto Danny's TikTok right now. Well, when the show's over on commercial break, pop on Danny's TikTok and check out what he just posted on this. Absolutely insane. I saw this and I was like having a great morning, and then I'm like, no. Are you like, I thought you were joking at first, and then I'm like, this is so horrific and sad. Now, are they incarcerated?
Oh, yeah. I hope they never get out again.
Are the children safe now?
The children are safe now, but my God, could you imagine the abuse? And I put in my video, we are lucky to be born to parents we were born to. You could be
Absolutely.
born to these two people. And it makes me, I'm getting angry. See, you're getting me angry. I'm ready to flip out.
Yeah.
These two people, if you watch my video, I went nuts on the video. I went crazy on the video.
It is so sad.
How could you do that, you know? Ugh.
It's almost like they cannot possibly view their children as their child. That's impossible. They have to view it as an object in order to sell something. That's insane to me.
It makes me sick. And the stuff that's going on in America, it's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's horrible. But you wonder if it's just because we're finding out about it now because of the internet.
Yeah.
Where, back then we didn't find out
That's
about
the
this.
thing. That's
you know?
I don't know if you know this about me, but I read a lot and I do a lot of like bios. I love reading people's stories.
I do,
I'm
too.
so fascinated.
I don't
people's
read. I
lives.
watch them. If there has
watch them?
pictures.
Okay, so I actually do audiobooks, but I do actually physically read because I like the books. I like the smell of a book. I like the book holder. I like the word. Like, I like it. You're looking at me like I'm nuts. Like, you like the smell of a book, weirdo? No, I do. I like the tangible object in my hand rather than a scroll. I like that. Like, I have a Kindle and all that stuff that you read with, like my books clubs and stuff like that. But no, I like a physical book. But there's so many books out there. And this last book I read, I thought to myself the same exact thing. I said, has this been going on forever and ever? And we are just finding out about this now. But it was actually on Hasidic Judaism, like people in the Hasidic community that literally still, till this day in 2024, are not allowed to show their hair to men. Like literally, they wear wigs or they wear covers because they're not allowed to show their hair to you just in case you feel enticed by this woman. It's their fault.
Oh, jeez.
They have to wear their skirts down to their ankles and then still cover up this section.
Right.
Little girls have to be covered to the neck just so a man is not enticed. And it made me so sick to my stomach as I'm going through this. I'm like, this feels like this is centuries ago. Like, this is current date in places like New York, not in the city, New York City, but in New York, this is going on in the Hasidic community. And I'm like, it's not just that, it's everywhere in almost every religion. When you find anything like fundamentalist, it is crazy. But anyway, the book, I'm going to shout it out real quick. It's the Julia Hart book. Go ahead and read it. It was absolutely amazing. It's all about like her upbringing as a Jew and how it was just insane. And she ended up being a fashion designer. Now she owns a modeling agency. And she is not that way anymore. Her kids are not that way, but she broke free. But how sad for someone to live 40 years of their life like that, believing that they just got to cover up.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Religion's rough out there. I don't want to pick up religion. See, you're going to get me to pick on religion. I don't want to do it today. I don't want to do it.
No, it's not religion. It's the fundamentalists, and it's the people that take it too far to benefit themselves. So don't get me wrong. Are there Christians out there that are totally whacked out and they're doing nutty, crazy stuff and unsafe stuff for our community and our children? Absolutely. But so are the Jews. So are the Catholics. So are the Muslims. So everybody is doing that. The Wiccan people, the witches, you know the Wiccans?
Right.
Yeah. Although we know a Wiccan, right? Didn't we see this girl? She reads cards and she's whatever. And I'm calling everyone out today.
No, I knew it. I knew it today when you walked in.
Why?
I knew you were.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, I knew today was going to be a little rough. I knew it.
How?
I could tell your attitude today. I could tell that you were going to go off on some people.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You know what it was? I just heard earlier in the day that somebody wasn't very nice on set to someone that's important to me. And I'm one of those people. I'm for not even just the underdog, but I'm for someone that's like new to something or just trying something out. And then you have like those nasty people that want to like, listen, I'm just going to say this. You hate people and you dislike people and you aren't good to people because you have work to do. So let's everybody grab the mirror. Let's look in it and see what's really there. Because all the energy you focus on not liking other people and being rude and disrespectful and trying to make other people feel inadequate is just your own inadequacies. It's projection. So just check the mirror, see where you're at, and then don't give it to the rest of the world. It happens all the time in my class too. I can wean some people out, especially in modeling Friday nights. There'll be the new girl, right? And then you see all my people there that love each other, they know each other. Then there's the new girl that comes in like, oh, I'm better than all these girls. She has no idea. That attitude, I'm never going to book her. Ever in a million years, I would never book someone like that because if she can't get along with the rest of the models, what do we want you there for? She's one of those that are going to like witness to a trip and fall. I don't want to get sued. For real, so stick her foot out. Like, we don't want to work with that. So just, guys, I guess we're going to do another lesson from Mama Dawn here. Just be nice, guys. Be kind. If you have insecurities, go to therapy. Figure it out. Eat weed. Do what you got to do to fix it.
Weed.
Yeah, that's what you do. Eat weed. Fix it. Don't be mean to other people. Legit. Okay, I'm done ranting. I just don't like that. When I heard someone sitting there.
Listen, when is a weed place going to sponsor me? They should sponsor me.
Oh my God, you need a sponsor. Because I'm not even kidding. I never, because you know I don't smoke, I don't eat, I don't whatever. I never say to people, you should go smoke weed, but I said it to a young boy. He's over 21, so I said it. I said, well, you're having some sort of anxiety, and he has ADD. I could tell he does because he's like, bing, 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 around my office. I'm like, you ever try eating weed? And I can't believe it popped out of my mouth. I'm like, it works for Danny. So you should absolutely, a weed company, pick him up.
I'm
Serious.
surprised they haven't because I'm so pro weed.
I know.
And being a retired cop, that's shocking to people.
Maybe they're scared. No, because it's legal now. They don't give a shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be legal totally federally. So
It's not?
It's not federally. You can be arrested. You go to Lake Mead with weed, you get arrested.
That's the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
So listen, if we go out on the boat in Lake Mead and Maria and you guys are smoking marijuana, we're going to get arrested. You can't smoke it out there.
That is like the most far-fetched thing. Us on the boat with Danny, that's okay. Danny is the boat guy. Two things are not going to happen on that boat. One, I won't smoke weed. And two, I will not dip my body in that water or foot.
Oh, here we go again.
I won't even touch that water.
Oh my
But
God.
I will tell you, the
What?
other day I did see a TikTok of you swimming or whatever you're doing, and you were leaving the water, and I said,
It is clear.
clear is a complete overstatement.
Listen, Don's thinking of New Jersey's beach.
I am. I grew up in the times. Remember the fucking needles? Beaches, there were needles. That's what I feel about Lake Mead.
I grew up in that too. You're afraid to put your feet in the sand because there might be
Get
needles.
stuck with a heroin needle.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this, and the California people are going to hate me for this,
They already hate us.
but I'll take New Jersey's boardwalk and beaches before California.
Really?
Yes.
Not a shot.
Oh my God, I love New Jersey. I love New Jersey. Maybe I'm just an East Coaster.
Like I would.
This is boring. Like that Santa Monica Pier. That pier stinks. Like everybody, Santa Monica Pier. There's like 3 rides, a little Ferris wheel that goes like this. Listen, in Jersey we have a beach, a boardwalk that goes 4 miles with hundreds of rides.
Nowadays, there's nothing in Jersey but Snooki. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Listen. I was so unimpressed by the Santa Monica Pier. It was not even funny.
Venice Beach is nice. You ever do Venice?
Oh yeah, that looks all homeless people.
I love that. That's more of a feel for me because that reminds me of New York.
I'm just saying, I'm a Jersey person. I mean, that's for...
Back to Lake Mead, though. We will be out on the lake, and we're going to film from the lake because this is going to be awesome.
Oh, we are going to do that.
Yeah, we're filming from the lake.
Yeah, we are going to do that.
That's just what I won't be smoking weed. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke or go near people that smoke cigarettes. And I will not be dipping my feet in the water. Anything else?
Once she sees how clear this water is, I'm going to say it again. It's tropical. It's tropical looking. Wait do you get? Oh my God,
so full of
guys!
shit.
I want to tell you this.
I've been on boats in
Lake Mead for the holiday weekend.
Green.
The holiday weekend, they had the most people at Lake Mead in the last 10 years.
You said that.
Last 10 years.
Yeah.
It was insane, Pat.
Because they think it is like people are really finally done with COVID.
Yes.
They're really like, okay, COVID's a thing of the past. I think economically, even though certain people are hurting, other people are not as hurting as other people are hurting. I think people are back in the game with doing things, living life again. Show sales and ticket sales are up for shows and things like that.
Yeah, Lake Mead was packed. There were so many people there. It was insane. It was crazy.
That's cool.
But it was fun. We're probably going out tomorrow, man. So you'll see me pictures out there.
Yeah. Can I try to get the water? Show me where it's like a color other than fucking piss green. Or like really sick people green.
Listen.
Baby poop green. That's what it is. Baby poop green.
There's a couple bodies found there. 5 bodies were found.
Do you know how much fluid?
There's only 5.
Do you know how much fluid, blood, guts, and shit comes out of 5 bodies? You're a cop. You know this. All that's in there, and you're dunking your pretty little hair in there. Are you nuts? You're absolutely insane.
Listen, I'm not scared of that.
With my skincare routine, there's no way I'm getting up and I have a lung on my cheek. Fuck that.
So, listen, if we rent a boat, we'll get a tube. I'll pull you in the tube. You don't want to do that?
No, I'll get pulled in the tube.
Okay.
But I'm wrapping myself up in like a fucking... I don't even want that water hitting my skin.
And just so you know, this boat is nice. It fits 12 people. It's nice.
I'm all down for the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with the
And
boat.
here's the
I'm
good
just not
thing.
going in the water.
There's a couple bathrooms that they have out in the lake that I know where it's at. So if we have to go to the bathroom, we can go there too and go to the bathroom. Now we can rent a...
He's like selling me on this. He's almost like, I feel like we're on like going like a camping trip, and he's like, it's not gonna be that bad. It's like a place for you to wash your hair, Dawn. Like, I'm not like that. I could get down. Like, I've been camping and shit. Like,
You have been camping? Listen, it's probably glamping or whatever they call that, where it's like, oh yeah, I bring this big RV. That's not camping. You brought your house to the campground. Okay? That's not camping.
okay, I'm gonna say it. I never legitimately went camping with dirt. Like never did like dirt and fire camping, but it's something close. I've never been.
You never slept outside?
Never.
Oh, I have.
Never. I would never. I'm from New York City. You think I'm ever going to sleep anywhere outside? There's people lurking everywhere.
And you know what? The West Coast doesn't understand. We get dew in the East Coast.
Yeah.
At night, everything gets wet.
Yeah.
Because the humidity, it gets wet.
Yeah.
So when you wake up camping, you're soaking wet.
No, I know.
And you're filthy dirty.
No.
You know what I mean? And you feel like you need a shower. Because I'm the kind of person, honestly, I shower out. There's times I'll shower twice a day, depending on what I'm doing.
I sit near you. You're very clean. You smell good. He smells good. He looks like he smells good, though. Right? He always smells so good.
2 minutes. And we never... We're horrible at time management, too. We are horrible at
You
it.
leave the two of us together for too long. It's like 16 hours later. What are they doing? We're still on the same story.
I just forgot what we were talking about. I think we were talking about the boat.
What were we talking about? I'm sorry. I cut
Oh, to do.
The
Camping.
Camping.
Yeah, you're soaking wet. You're filthy dirty.
No, couldn't do it. I have like texture issues too. Like I do. If I can't have like sticky hands for too long, you never like. You're looking at me crazy. Like you ever like back in the day when you were younger, make like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or have anything of that kind of sticky to the hands? I can't. I have to wash my hands right away. So anything with a funky texture, sweat and wet is not going to do
It's
me
like
good.
gel when I put it in. So.
Yeah, and it's on your hands and you can feel it. Like I can't.
Listen, when I go get my haircut, I know we're breaking. When I go get my haircut, them girls want to kill me because my gel is so thick. They're like, "How the hell do you even comb your hair?" You know, so they get mad at me every time I
You
go
need
there.
to do a TikTok from getting your hair cut.
I know.
You should do that.
I go to sports clips. Is it? That's what I go to. They give you a massage. They massage your scalp. It's great.
You're gonna have fans there now. Don't tell them
They put a hot towel on your face. They massage. I love it. For an extra like $10, you get all of this. I'm in.
Unpaid
I'm gonna go today.
partnership. Guys, we'll be right back. 2-minute break. We're gonna come right back, and we've got a lot to talk about today.
And welcome to the next exciting episode of
Arena War.
Fresh batch of institutionalized gladiators fighting for their freedom.
Ready, here we go. You guys heard Perez?
Yes, smell that.
Get back!
Those on the line. The parole board has offered you a ticket out. Win Arena Wars, win your freedom. 7 arenas with 7 of the most vicious killers the world has seen in the last decade. You make it out alive, you get to go home.
Luke Bender.
You're an innocent man.
Innocent man can mean big ratings.
I'll be watching.
I think it's time to audition Mr. Bender. No!
What was your last physical?
Cell block shower this morning. Oh yeah.
You ready for this? Impressive showing out there tonight. You're the new fan favorite.
Are you with me? Cutie pie back for the kill.
If you want to live through this, we have to work together.
I'm watching you.
Smile for the camera, thug life.
Wow!
It's showtime!
We have to finish this.
Come on!
Doesn't sound much like rehabilitation, does it?
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Welcome back, Vegas Views. Don Sullivan, Danny Miner. So, Danny, what's going on this week too? You're going gambling.
Listen, I'm gonna gamble. Oh gosh, how did I mention this? The World Series of Poker's in town, baby. 2 days, it starts.
Are you in?
Of course I'm gonna play. I just don't know what event. I'm thinking there's an event on the 7th, I believe. It's it's only a $500 buy-in. That's it. And they're guaranteeing, like, I think 5 million guaranteed prize pool for a $500 buy-in. no rebuys. So
What does that mean?
some
Tell
rich
these guys what is
some rich guy can't come in there and go all in, lose $500, which is like $1 to him, like Daniel Negreanu or Phil Hellmuth or one of these guys, and they can't keep just rebuying.
So you're either in and you move forward,
Yes.
or you're out.
Yeah, if you lose, you're out. There's no, oh, here's another $500. No. So it's a freeze out. I like that. It makes it more fair. That's
Now,
how I.
where is the one you're going to be going? Do you know?
Well, the whole thing is going to be at the Rio. I mean, not the Rio. I'm sorry. Horseshoe and Paris. It used to be at the Rio.
Horseshoe and Paris.
They have a.
Which was Old Bally's, right?
Yes, they have it in 3 rooms. 3 ballrooms.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 in Bally's, and then Horseshoe now, and then there's one over at Paris.
Yeah.
So when you get your card, they'll tell you what room you're in, and they'll like the black table, 23, seat 7, or the pink table, because they have big cards up on top
So
of
you
the
never
table.
know who you're playing with then.
Oh,
so
no,
if I
tell
went
you
in and wanted to play at your table,
you would.
we would never
No.
be able to do that.
Me and John Orlando, we were last year. We went and we registered together. We just happened to be there together. So because you want to register before the event, a couple days before,
Yeah.
because the lines.
Did
are
you end
packed.
up together?
No, but I saw him, but we registered together, but that does not mean that you're going to be at the same.
I would almost want to do it, but only if I was playing with you. Like,
There's 8,000 people.
yeah, but then I'd feel bad if I beat you.
Now, a lot of people
I
don't
would.
realize the World Series of Poker is a month and a half long.
Yeah.
They only watch that main event. That's the last event, is the main event. It costs $10,000 to get in that.
Yeah.
Okay? The other events are like 1,000, 1,500, 800. And then they have a couple cheap events with good value. 500, 400 buy-in is the cheapest. It's called the Colossus.
And what could you win for that $400 buy-in?
You can win $1 million. They had the last $400 buy-in I played in. I think I'm in the biggest poker tournament ever. I think we had 27,000 people in.
Wow.
$400 buy-in.
So
They had
cool.
but they had it. Now, of course, they couldn't fit 27,000 tables. So what they did was they had like 4 starting dates, and then they combined everybody. For day 2.
Yeah.
So it was
sense.
The World Series is an event. Even if you don't like poker, you're going to see celebrities there. I mean, I played with Nelly the rapper. He was at my table.
Yeah.
You see celebrities while you're playing. The World Series of Poker is an event.
Yeah.
So I recommend everybody going there. Jesse was playing the one year from Breaking Bad. Remember Jesse? He was in the thing. Yeah.
Jesse's actually an IMTA contestant. That's how he got famous. Mm-hmm.
Holy cow!
Aaron is his name. Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah. So he plays in it. I mean, it's an event. So go, just even if you just want to see it. It's cool to see. It really is. And of course, they have tables and they're selling things and everything
The
else.
Paris and the Horseshoe. And this is, when does this start?
It starts in 2 days.
2 days. I'm
And
gonna
it goes.
check it out.
It goes until like July 15th.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes. I go down all the time, even if I'm not playing an event. I just go down there to hang out, see everybody, watch how everybody's doing. And Dawn, they have this event. It's called the $1,000 buy-in.
Okay.
Mystery Bounty. Do you know what that means?
I would assume it means we don't know what the prize is, but you want to go for that prize. It
Like-
could be a vehicle. It could be anything, right?
What happens is, like, say in a bounty tournament, if I knock you out,
Okay.
there's a certain set money
Okay.
that I win. Like, and they said it before, like, say your buy-in's $1,000, right? $500 towards the bounty, $500 towards the prize pool. Now, if I knock every person I knock out, I get $500. So if I knock you out of a tournament, they give me $500. But the mystery bounty, what they do is they combine all the bounties together, and then you pick an envelope when you knock somebody out. It could be $1 million.
That's just fun in itself, because then you don't know. You're like, yeah.
Dawn, I was there the one year they were playing in it, the 1,000. I wasn't playing it. Me and Olivia were just walking around watching. A guy knocked somebody out, and they announced he's picking a bounty. I watched the guy pick a $100,000 card out.
That's freaking cool.
He went insane. And when the guy picked it up, man, he was like, oh my God, he's dancing around.
Yeah.
I was thinking, so I'm thinking about playing in that. But see, you gotta.
You should.
But see, I gotta always justify why I'm spending $1,000 gambling to my girlfriend.
So listen. I'm gonna try to sell it right
Listen,
now.
I tried to tell her we're gonna be millionaires, and she's like, I've been hearing this for 13 years.
She's so cool.
And you haven't won shit. She'll tell me.
This is the year,
This
Liz.
could be the year.
This is the year. He's gonna do it.
It's so much fun to play in it. Honestly, it's so much fun because you listen to this, and I want to tell people, if you could think of your NFL stars you love, right?
Yeah.
If you're a Cowboy fan, you love the quarterback, whatever, right? Could you imagine paying money and you get to play with them? Because that's what the World Series is. As long as you have the money.
Do you love these guys like this? Like you look
to
up
me, they're celebrities.
They're celebrities.
Yeah, to me, they're celebrities. If you're in the poker world, these guys are celebrities.
Yeah.
Daniel Negreanu, Phil Hellmuth, Phil Ivey, these guys, Mike Matisol, these guys are celebrities.
Yeah.
You know, so when I see them, to me, they're celebrities.
And then you can play with
And then you can play with them. What other sport, if you call poker a sport?
Acting. Acting's another sport.
That's true. That's true that you can see celebrities and stuff like that. But, and in poker world, you can play with actors too. You know what I mean?
There are a lot of actors that are into gambling.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I was playing at the Flamingo once, in the Flamingo poker room, with this guy, and this guy was winning. He was very nice, this and he gets up and goes to the bathroom, and the dealer goes to me, do you know who that is? I'm like, I have no clue who that guy is. Oh, he plays on Scrubs, the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a doctor on Scrubs, and I'm thinking to myself, so I Google him up, that's him, he's playing. But you never know, and he was playing low stakes. I think we were playing $1, $3 at Flamingo.
Yeah.
And he was playing with us all. You know, so you just never know who you're going to run into playing poker. It's cool.
Yeah.
So
Flamingo shut down now.
The poker room did,
The
yes.
poker room is
I
shut down
love
now.
Flamingo
Yeah.
poker room.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. You want to play with people that you're better than. Like some people, it's like, I want to go to the Bellagio and play with the pros. For what? You don't want to win? You want to play with people that stink. You don't want to play with the pros. You don't. That makes no sense at all. I go to like the poker rooms that aren't so popular. So you get that tourist that's like, oh, I saw this on TV. I want to play.
And they suck.
And they suck. That's what I do. I'm not going to the Bellagio to play. I'm not going to the Aria to play.
Is that where Bellagio, Aria, the Win?
The win is big. The win's big.
Yeah.
Now I play at the Venetian sometimes.
Yeah.
But like
I like the Venetian.
the Bellagio has that other back room that they
Yeah.
played a poker room. So yes, and I've played at the Aria.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll be honest with you, this is when I was drinking. I was drunk one night there, and I'm playing, and they're like, "Let's do a splash pot," and I'm like, "What's a splash pot?" A splash pot is you throw $10 in without even looking at your card. So everybody just it just throws it in, and then everybody gets to see the flop, and then all this money goes. And I walked out of there, and that's a tough poker place to play because there's a lot of good players.
Yeah.
I walked out of there with money. I won. Oh my God, I was talking crap all the way. I came here, I kicked everybody's ass. I was saying, I walked out of there because I could be like, I win. I let everybody know I
So
won.
you were walking through the casino talking shit.
Yes.
That was your drunk mood.
These big poker players in the Aria. I came, I saw, I kicked their ass. I walked right out of there.
So let me ask you, I don't know this about you. I know you don't drink at all now, like
Right.
at all. When is the last time you did drink?
I haven't drank in 5 years.
5 years.
It's crazy.
Did you stop for any specific reason, or it just wasn't your thing
Weight
anymore?
loss. Weight
Weight
loss.
loss.
It's
Okay.
exactly why I did it. Because when you're drinking, you're talking. Say you go out, you have 6 beers.
Yeah.
That's like 800 calories. Plus
Yeah.
you're eating wings with them, you're eating chips with them. Next thing you know, you're 260 pounds like I was.
Yeah.
You know, it puts the weight on, and it's so unhealthy.
Yeah.
Alcohol's hard. I
Do you know
like,
alcohol really is a poison to your system?
Yes.
It's a poison to your liver.
and then when I found weed, that was it. I like weed way better than alcohol.
Do you know? Someone told me this a long time ago, and at the time I used to drink, and I was like, no, that's such bullshit. And this guy told me, he goes, have you ever seen anybody really do anything fucked up on weed before? And I'm like, well, and I'm trying to think of it, and
No.
you don't really see people getting into car accidents on weed.
No.
You don't see any domestic violence happening on weed. You don't
There's no
see
fights.
any rape and robberies on weed. There's no fights on
Dudes aren't going to
weed.
beat each other up
Dudes
over
not
something.
beating
Right.
each other up on weeds for looking at their girlfriend funny
Yes.
on weed. It doesn't happen. And
Right.
it's really all, like, alcohol is so much worse than weed.
You know what somebody asked me the other day? And you're not going to be surprised at the answer. They said if your kids were addicted to something and you had to choose between alcohol and weed, it's a no-brainer. I'd want my kids addicted to weed
100%
before
weed.
alcohol.
100%
Alcohol's going to
weed.
kill you. Weed is not going to kill you.
If you do your research, and all these drugs are horrific to come off of. Heroin, fentanyl, what are the new ones now? There's a new one other than fentanyl too. Heroin, meth, fentanyl, these are all like the hard drugs to come off of, especially methamphetamine, anything with a dopamine reactor. But people don't realize alcohol has the same dopamine reactor as methamphetamine does. It's just channeled differently in your brain. So it is the same thing. The hardest thing to not even come off of, but to live from, is alcohol. Because once even those drugs are out of your system, your body has a quicker healing healing effect than it does with alcohol.
Right.
You can ruin and destroy organs very quickly with alcohol. It takes you a very long time to ruin and destroy with like heroin and meth. You have like 95-year-old meth heads walking around. You're like, how is that person still living?
Yes.
Like, I could have a cup of coffee and have a heart attack, but this guy, seriously, I smoke a cigarette, I'll die of lung cancer, and this guy's out there doing like crack and meth and all these uppers, and his heart's fine. They're accustomed to it. Your body starts getting used to it, but what your body never gets used to is alcohol. It's a poison.
And people don't know this, Don, but withdrawals, alcohol is the only thing you could die from. You could die from the withdrawals
Yes.
of alcohol.
Yep.
I mean, and it's legal, and it's legal, and it's accepted. When you talk about weed, you get the, When you're smash drunk every weekend, you don't know what the hell you did.
Yeah.
You embarrassed yourself.
Yeah.
But weed's frowned upon. It
Yeah.
pisses me off.
It's sad for me because even in my agency in Rise, this weekend I had an audition going on, and I had a couple, there's 200 people there. We had a couple of people coming in, and like my assistant would be like, that one smells like alcohol, this one's, and they're like holding onto the wall. You have to walk them outside, then be scared they're going to bump your car, then be scared they're going to get on the road. I did have to call the cops twice. I said, please take this girl out of here. I don't want her driving.
Right.
She's drunk. I don't want her smashing into my car and your kid, get her out of here. But yeah,
Right.
it is sad. People don't realize that like you are really uncontrollable on alcohol. Where weed, you're still controlled. I mean, I probably might smoke weed if I didn't get paranoid. I just don't like it. I just don't, like, I am paranoid. I will start thinking
I get
crazy
paranoid.
shit.
I do sometimes.
And you still enjoy it? I couldn't enjoy that feeling of paranoia.
Listen, if I take it like, say I want to go to bed, I'm starting to feel tired, and I'm going to go to bed at 1 o'clock. I'll take it at midnight. So it'll kick in around 1 o'clock, and then I just feel myself getting tired, and I go to bed. Honestly, that's what I
Does
do.
your brain ever like...
But if I take it early, Dawn, like if I decide, hey, tonight I'm going to have fun and be high watching TV and this and that, like I'll take a little bit, I'll get a little paranoid. I got to admit,
Tell me what you get paranoid about.
I'll start thinking like horrible things. Oh, did I do this wrong? Did I do this wrong? Oh, I just start thinking, I'll start thinking like, are they going to disband my TikTok? Are they going to take my TikTok down? Are they going to do this? Like, my mind will start. Weed does do that. It does do that to me. I'm not going to lie. It does. I have to say to myself, it's just the weed. It's just the weed.
We just quizzed Danny on his biggest fear of all. Am they going to take my TikTok down? I would be at the window like a fucking meth head. Like someone's coming to kill me. I'm going to die. There's a war happening outside.
I worry about my TikTok.
Like really real life shit. Somebody's going to break in my house and steal my shit. You're like, oh my God, are they going to take my TikTok?
Oh,
that's freaking hysterical.
Oh my God. And oh, you know what? See, my ADHD just kicked in. I met 2 comedians at the audition.
Speaking of comedian, yes, tell me, who are they?
I met this Las Vegas cop. He's a retired comedian. I mean, he's a retired cop and he became a comedian when he retired.
Very cool.
He does a couple places around here he goes to on a weekly basis. He's in LA this week. So I make friends with him because you're on set. You're just talking to everybody, right? So he introduced me to another comedian, I believe, that has a show here, too, okay? So I talked to both of them, and they told me they think I could do it.
Comedy?
Yes. Okay, they think I could do it.
Yes, and yes.
So they told me that, I guess, Pawn Stars, Rick's barbecue place right across from Pawn Stars, he owns that little restaurant. I guess on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, comedy there every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And then when the comedians are done, it's open mic for comedy after the comedians.
Let's do this. Tomorrow night, are we going?
I'm not going to do it tomorrow night. He is in LA this week. I told him I'd come the following Wednesday.
Do you have any material written down? You ever jot down something
I know
funny?
exactly what I'm going to say. I know exactly.
Ooh, is it about politics?
It's cops. I'm going to stay away from politics.
Oh my God,
So people will kill me over politics.
Are you going to rip cops apart?
No, I'm going to talk about how cops are stupid. And some of the stupid cops I worked with, and tell some stories. And listen, that's what the cop told me. He said, you could tell a funny story you're in. You just got to tell a story.
Yeah.
To keep people's attention.
You are a fantastic storyteller.
That's what the guy told me. He says, you could do this. So he told me, come watch, and then we'll give you 3 to 5 minutes. You could hold the room for 5 minutes. I'm like, I could hold it.
Are they nuts? 3 to 5 minutes? 72 minutes later, they're going to be like, Minor! Off the stage. This guy doesn't shut the fuck up when he starts.
But you know what? He's a good contact to find. He's a nice guy. He knows, believe it or not, he knows Leah Remini.
Yeah.
Am I saying her name right?
Yeah.
And he knows, what's his name? Kevin James too. He worked on Kevin Can't Wait as a background actor and stuff like that. He worked on. He was on. Do you remember when he was a cop? Do you remember they had a reality show called Vegas Jail?
Yes,
he was on Vegas Jail.
Very cool.
So I made a good contact, and he's convinced me I should try being a comedian.
100%.
So now listen, I told Olivia this. What do you think she said?
Oh my God, Olivia, is she dream crushing? Olivia, stop crushing the dreams.
Listen, my girlfriend, you got to realize, she looks at me like I'm insane. Like when I tell her I'm going to do these things, she's like, you have zero experience. Zero. People want to be comedians their whole life, and you think you're just going to walk in there and just do it. And I look at her and I say, yeah.
Did you tell her? People want to be actors their whole lives, and I just walked in there. Who becomes SAG in a day? Actors, call into the show. You know what this means? Union. Who becomes SAG in a day? This guy literally, what does it mean? I'm going to set now. What do I wear? That's all. This is fun.
She goes to me, when I tell her about the act, she thinks there's no way I can have a line. She thinks that I just can't memorize anything. She does. She does not trust me with this acting thing. She does. I'm going to tell you straight out. She thinks I could do it, but she thinks there's no way I'd be
ask you a
improv.
question. You know what's so freaking cool about you? This holds no value on your self-esteem. You don't give a shit. You're still going to go for it. You're still going to try.
I'm going to do this comedian thing,
Yeah.
Dude, I honestly think I could do it. And she looks, and when I say that, she looks at me like, where does this come from? And then she tells me, this is what she says. She goes, your mom, your whole life made you feel that you were special, and now we all have to deal with this. That's what she tells me. She goes, your mom made you feel special your whole life, and now we all have to deal with this. That's what she tells me.
I know people like you, and that's very true. When you coddle and you nurture a little boy, and you coddle him, and you can do no wrong in mom's eyes, right?
I did nothing wrong.
You don't even have to tell me. Never met her.
Not my Danny.
Not my Danny.
Not
you can
my
rob
Danny.
a bank, and they'll be, oh, honey, did you scrape your shoe doing it? Let me clean off your shoe.
Not my
Sorry
Danny.
you robbed the bank and killed everybody, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
My sisters hate me.
I can imagine. When there are personality types like this, I'm not kidding, this is expected. You can just jump into anything you want because you were like your mom's, go do it, you're the best at everything anyway.
My mom thought I was the next Elvis Presley. I can't sing a lick.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I would sing, all shook up,
Did
and
she
my
tell you
mom
how
thought I was the
handsome
best.
you were?
My mom, I thought I was the best looking guy in the world. My mom told me every day I was handsome.
See?
So my self-esteem, and like my girlfriend says now, we all have to deal with this because your mom made you feel special.
I am so glad that your mom made you feel special because the world needs more Danny Miners. Think about it like this, guys. I always push this when it comes to parenting and everything. Tell your kids how wonderful they are. Tell them what's the worst thing that's going to happen. They're going to come out and achieve some stuff. They're going to come out and try all these things in life. This is so valuable. Tell your kids they're beautiful. Tell them they're wonderful. Tell them they can do anything. Because literally at your age, look at you jumping into all different things you're doing. What if you were one of these guys that had no self-esteem, no self-worth? You're sitting there going, well, I would love to one day try that, but I could never.
Right.
That's 90% of the
Or
world.
I could say, I'm too old to do this now. Right?
You know how much I
could
get
say
that? You know
right?
how much people come to my studio and they say, oh, I don't know, I'm too old. Too old for what? Too old for you're not too old for anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
And
I love that about you. Your mom did a great job.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm doing this now because I want my kids to believe that. I want my grandkid to believe that. People my age right now, I could be sitting home. I'm not going to starve.
Yeah.
I have a pension. I could sit home. Granted, I'm not going to be rich or anything, but I'm not going to starve. I could pay my bills. I could eat. But here's the thing. I see people on my Facebook that are my age doing nothing, Don. They're sitting there watching Days of Our Lives. You know what I mean? They're still thinking of Luke and Laura. I mean,
Luke and Laura.
I just watch them and I think, how could you sit there and waste your life? I mean, honestly, and then some of the cops that retired with me, I watch them. Oh, they're getting fat. They're drinking beer. I'm gonna watch the football. So your motivation and your goals is, I'm gonna get fat and drink beer, right? That's your motivation. I'm never gonna be like that. I'm never gonna retire. I will, as long as I'm walking, I'm gonna be doing something.
Yeah.
I will never retire because I think when people retire, I think that's when the decline comes.
Absolutely.
You need to keep this going.
100%. You need to keep your brain going. If you sit for too long, that's what you will stay sitting until you die. I believe that 100%. We have to take a 2-minute, guys. We are going to be right back. And after this, I've got a lot of fun stuff to tell you guys. Tune back in.
Oh, gosh.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. You know, if you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
Now on digital and DVD.
Did it?
Space Wars: Quest for the Deep Star is an epic sci-fi adventure.
Do what needs to be done.
An edge-of-your-seat wild ride.
We have company.
Tons of popcorn-munching fun. 5 stars. A love letter to the sci-fi films of the 70s and 80s. With plenty of action and fun for all. You need to see it. You really do.
The captain just decided it's time to go.
I am ready for a sequel. Experience a bold new adventure. Space Wars: Quest for the Deep Star.
A good old-fashioned adventure.
Now on digital and DVD.
Welcome back, Vegas Views, Dawn Sullivan, Danny Minor. Okay, so I was saying something on commercial break. Okay, so
We're
guys,
laughing on commercial break.
we were laughing. On Friday evening, a friend of mine has a comedy show that he is producing. Okay, so this is Friday night at the OYO. Before you say a word, Danny, because I know what you're about to say, it is 9 o'clock. His name is Michael Krasner. He's a good friend of mine. Go do some research. Mike Krasner, this guy is hysterical. I know him for a very long time. The Rise Talent family will be there. I also have a shout out to my assistant, Grace. It's going to be her birthday on Saturday, so we will all be going and seeing Grace on Friday night for her birthday. So Grace, I love you. Happy birthday, sweetheart. And Mike Krasner's show is a comedy show at 9 o'clock on Friday night, this Friday night at the OYO. Go ahead. I know what you're going to say. Go for it, Danny.
Have you ever been to the OYO?
Danny, I'm going to put this, you know how psychologists do this? We go back and forth. Do you think I've ever been to the OYO?
I would say no.
I've
Just
never
like you've
been-
never camped. Because you're not allowed to wear high heels camping.
I've never camped, and I've never been to the OYO. But I did hear that there are
I'm gonna
scooters
explain it
in
to
there,
you.
and I like wings.
Okay, good. And I'm going to explain the OYO to you. Did you ever see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yes.
When you walk in, it's like walking into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. Okay, that's what it looks like in there. Okay, the last time I was in there, the floor was like sticky. You were doing one of these. Right? The machines had filth all over them. Seriously,
guys, I'm not promising the best venue ever. I'm supporting my friend at his show, and I'm not guaranteeing us the best venue, but the floors are sticky.
I would say if you were calling it like at a fast food restaurants, right? Like say the casinos were the fast food restaurants, this would be below like, I don't know, Arby's. You know what I mean? This is like way down.
I've never had Arby's. Is Arby's bad?
I used to get 5 for $5. For $5, you got 5 sandwiches and you eat all 5.
5 sandwiches?
5 for $5. I used to love 5 for $5.
So the OYO is the Arby's of fast food. They sell sandwiches for 5 of them for $5, which makes it $1 per sandwich.
Listen,
I probably wouldn't eat that.
that OYO too, you might need some security to get in the building, and you might have security sitting next to you at the building.
Is it hood?
Yes! The place is a mess!
Are you just being fancy like me, Danny? Are you being fancy?
I'm not fancy. Listen, I stay at Flamingo.
guy's so
I
full
stay
of
at
shit.
Bally's. I'm not an Aria. I'm not.
Okay, let him talk. He was just
Bellagio.
talking about houseboats on our commercial break. Oh, when we're gonna the houseboat.
Because I get it on a discount.
Yeah, okay. He's a little fancy. Okay, so no, the OYO. Is it dangerous for me to go?
No, but
Okay.
it's a.
I'm from New York. I'm not worried. What is it going to just crackheads?
Listen, it's worse than Casino Royale. I don't know if you've ever been to Casino Royale.
No.
That's my favorite casino. It's $2 beers. I used to go in there all the time. It's right.
No, you know what I think is bad? You know which ones are gross that smell? Like some of them downtown that you go in and you can smell 1964. Do you know what I'm saying?
You mean on Fremont Street?
Yeah, like you could smell. It smells like the 60s. Like they just haven't done anything with the air since 1965. You know which ones I'm talking
Yes.
about?
I mean,
is it bad like that?
I like Fremont Street.
I like Fremont.
I do, but my girlfriend hates it. Like, if I say, let's go to Fremont, she's like, yeah, okay. She never wants to go there. We'll go to the Strip, but she thinks Fremont Street's horrible.
Yeah.
I personally like it. Yeah, is it a little dangerous? Yes.
I don't find it to be a little bit dangerous. It's kind of like a little hustle there, I think, going. Everyone's kind of hustling. The drug smell kind of bothers me a little bit. The drug use, I can tell, because like when you see the zombies that are on fentanyl, you ever see those now?
Yes.
Those have only been like lately. They say in downtown Los Angeles. Remember when I went to LA last year? I saw a lot of those. I told you I was walking on that street and everybody was like a zombie. It was really spooky. And then in Chicago and in New York, but it's happening here too on Fremont. You're seeing the zombies. They're literally like hunched over with an arm and a leg and like they're bleeding. It's sad. It's sad. That's fentanyl.
Now,
The zombie drug.
when I stay on Fremont, I'll stay at the Nugget. I like the Nugget. Their pool's nice. They have
The pool,
shops.
they actually have been there, and the Golden Nugget has the absolute best pool. I love that
Yeah.
pool.
So
Yes,
that's where we
agreed.
stay. We stay at the Horseshoe when we stay on the Strip, or Paris, and then we stay at.
I like Paris too.
I get comps. That's why I stay at Caesars.
Yeah.
Caesars property.
Because you
I
have a
usually get
gambling problem.
comp. I have a poker problem.
Got a poker.
Poker's not gambling.
That's bullshit. Poker is gambling. I don't gamble. When I was gambling, it was poker. So you're telling me that I wasn't gambling?
No, poker's not gambling.
So why? Because you think you have
Because
some
you can
control over the outcome
Yes,
of the game?
and you do have a little bit of control over it.
Do you count cards?
You have to in poker because you got to know how many outs you have. So if you look and you think the guy makes a bet and you don't have your hand made yet, you can think to yourself, well, I have 13 cards in the deck that could come out. I have 15 cards that could win me this hand.
Are you fast?
I'm fast at that. I know it inside and out. I can look at it and say, there's 25 cards. And then there's times, I'm telling you right now, there's times I have 30 outs. So 30 cards can come out and it doesn't hit for me. Like, my odds were so good. And, you know, I flip out. Just so you know, I flip out.
So all that control that you have over that game, you wouldn't consider that gambling?
No. And when I punch the screen,
Poker
when I'm
is-
playing online,
You
punch...
punch the screen?
Listen, I broke so many computers playing online poker, it's not even funny. I took the mouse,
That's
wound
like
it up.
anger issues. What does Liv say? She probably not want you playing it.
This is what I say. I say, it's so fixed. This is fixed. And Liv says, then why do you keep playing?
Then
do you know
why
how
do you
dumb it
keep
is?
playing?
Do you know how dumb it is that you think it's fixed and you continue to play?
You don't get mad at her though, right? You just shut up?
No, I shut up.
Good.
You know she runs our relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like...
I love that. I love that she runs the relationship because...
I'm scared of her.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am.
Yeah.
Like, I walk in the house, I see how her attitude is, you know, I say...
No, you don't.
No. Listen, if you met her, we're totally opposite people.
You, serious? I don't know how she manages you though. Like how to manage all of that energy's got to be a lot.
Yes. There's times she says, please, just leave me alone for a little bit. Like, shut up. You know, that's what she says.
But did she really tell you to shut up?
Oh, yes.
I think
I
it's
can't
great.
take it anymore. You're driving me nuts today. You're overwhelming me. And then she'll...
I love her.
Remember when your mom, you would come home, you know, from a long day and your mom would tell you, you did too much. That was too much for you today.
Yeah.
You need to relax. She
Yeah.
does that to me. You're overstimulated. It was too much for you today. She'll tell me, go sit on the couch. It was too much for you.
Relax.
You had a big day. It was too much for you today now. Go ahead on the couch.
Kind though. Don't you find that sweet? Like she gives a shit? Like,
I'll be honest with you. Listen, we are so opposite. She was the valedictorian of the class. Okay, so she's number one smart girl with the glasses. She's gonna go get your library book. You know, that's who she is.
Yeah.
And then I am the dumb jock that was the captain of the football team. And somehow we met each other later in life. It's weird. It's weird because
No, that's some God stuff. God's like, he will die without her. We better make this happen.
honestly, I think she did save my life.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest. God, I don't like telling you guys all my stories.
It makes him vulnerable. Look, we're Danny and mine are vulnerable.
But listen, when I went through my divorce, right, I dated for 4 years.
Yeah.
Not some nice women, I could tell you that.
Yeah.
Some mean women that were really mean to me. Tell me I didn't drive a nice enough car. I went through all of that. I had to, don't forget, I was broke. I was paying so much alimony. It was insane. I was paying $1,600 a month alimony. $1,600 a month. So I picked this girl up the one night in my car, and she goes to get my mirror down, and it didn't have a light on my mirror in my car. And she says, "What kind of generic car are you driving?" She told me. That's what this girl told me when I picked her up.
You should have opened the car door when she started walking. You should have been, what kind of generic shoes do you have on, bitch? Keep walking. For real.
But yeah, so you know, I was dating and this and that, and then you just find somebody. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because I did not date serious for 4 years. That's crazy.
But that's also really healthy for you too, because you do get to know yourself when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really
And I
important.
lived
too.
by myself for 4 years.
That's
Now, of course, my
great.
kids were there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah.
That's actually really good. That I like that, because when people hop from one relationship to the next, when's the you time to really let you understand what you want and need? Because when you understand what you want and need, then you can go out and look for or find, or eventually you'll know what you need. If you're constantly going. I love her for you though, because I think she does put you in perspective too. Like, she really gets it and understands, like, you're not changing. This is exactly who you are. There's no changing you. She accepts everything about you, which is like wild. Like, your energy.
And you know what? She doesn't get jealous of anything or
Yeah.
anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's really good about everything.
Yeah, I love that, because also, I've seen it too. Women adore him, and I've seen it on my Instagram, on yours, TikTok. They're all like, "Hi, Danny," all the girls. And sometimes I'm like, I just want to get on there and protective over you. I don't know what that's about, but I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, he has his girlfriend, leave him alone. Like,
You should see the DMs I get. And I feel like saying, I'm an old man. I'm 55 years old, ladies.
they think you're hot.
Oh, man.
They think you're hot. They're like, he's so hot.
Listen, believe me, it helps my self-esteem. Everything my mom built up.
I was just going to say, you don't
Like,
need
you guys
that. Your
help.
mom already handled that shit.
Listen, if my mom was still alive, Don, and she would think I was she'd be telling everybody that I'm a star. They're putting my star on Hollywood sidewalk.
Same thing. My dad was the same way. I can relate to this same exact way. My father would have been making stuff up right now. He would have been like, "No, my daughter produced this movie." "No, Dad, I just put the people in the movie. She made the whole movie." Yeah.
Now, see, my dad would not bring me down, but he'd bring me to reality.
Yeah.
Like I really was the captain of my football team.
Yeah.
And I always thought how great I was and this and that. My dad would look me straight in the eye and say, "Just so you know, you're not going to the NFL." My dad was realistic.
Had that balance.
He said, "You're good here, but there's 40 million people better than you. You might be the captain of the football team for this team."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my dad was very realistic with me. Don't get me wrong, he loved me, but he would not let me get out of control. He would say to me, "You're getting too big for your britches." That's what he would say to me. "You're getting too big for your britches."
Because he's probably listening to your mom saying, "Oh no, she's creating a monster in my son." Yeah.
And I'll be honest, a couple times Liv said to me, she's like, "This TikTok thing's changing you." I said, "What do you mean it's changing me?" She goes, "It's changing you." She goes, "I don't care what you say, this has changed your personality." That's what she thinks.
Good or bad?
Probably bad. She probably thinks. She thinks that it was going to my head at one point. That's what she thinks. She thinks that it was going to my head.
Really? You're
Yeah.
so humbled though, and so kind.
I know, but
maybe he's just like that with us, Maria.
No, you know what it is?
Really
I think you guys know I did a podcast with somebody else. Yeah. You know, and me and him broke up. And I think she thought that my attitude was getting a little, that I was thinking I was bigger than I was.
Well,
so Liv brings me down. She's like my dad. She brings me down.
Yeah, which I guess is maybe healthy in a way, but I love that your head is up there. I love that you're like, I could do this. You feel like you can do everything, because that's what like this is all about. I truly believe this and feel the same way, but I also did come from a mother exactly the same way. I can do no wrong.
Right.
If you think I'm bad, my brother's worse, because she really laid it on him thick. But for myself too, I came from a mom that I could not do wrong. A lot of love, a lot of compassion, a lot of, I just didn't do anything wrong. And if I did, it was swept under the carpet to like, no, she's perfect. So it gives me the encouragement to do whatever I want with this lifetime. It really, really does.
Oh, yeah, my parents helped me out.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Yeah.
And now this is my sisters. I told you my sisters hate me. You'll meet them. They're coming in a couple weeks. I'll bring them to the studio.
Oh, they're
Invitation.
super conservative.
My sisters?
Yeah.
Listen, this is what they say.
Am I gonna have to be super conservative?
No.
I won't curse.
No, they're not like that. They think I'm crazy. My sisters think I'm totally insane, right? They're like, where did you come from? You're not from this family. That I'm 100% the black sheep of the family.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just, they always say, where did you come from? You're not from this family. But how should I say? They would always be like, you get away with everything, right? And then I moved away. Okay, I moved away from our hometown, and I would come home every once in a while, and they would, of course, help my parents with groceries. My parents were getting old. They would help them with stuff, this and that. And I would be yelled at that I didn't help enough at home. But I didn't live there.
Yeah.
But I was horrible because they're helping my parents, and I'm not helping them. But I don't live there. So I would come home. And as soon as I'd come home, my mom would be laughing. My dad and my sister would be like, oh, here comes the king. He just walks in the door, tells a couple jokes, and he's the greatest thing in the world. They would call me the king. Oh, here comes the king.
You're saying my family dynamic. It was the same thing with my brother. The same exact thing. I literally would be like, Mom, come take a picture with me. Oh, I don't feel like it right now. My brother would say, Mom, take a picture with me. Okay, sweetheart. Are you serious? Yeah. No, I think moms with sons, I think it's different. Mothers with sons, it's a totally different ballgame. You have daughters, that's one thing, but your son is like your love.
I know. My mom, I'm telling you, I couldn't do anything wrong. And if I had a bad report card, which I always did,
Yeah.
thank God for ChatGPT. It helps me with my English. I put it right in there, right out there. Do you ever use it? I use it all the time.
I use it when I have to send a nasty email because I don't want like New York to come out in my nasty email. So then I use it. I'm like, that sounds so good, but they still know I'm angry. Send. Yeah.
And you know what? That's funny because I come off as a real nice guy, and I am.
Yeah.
But there's that East Coast to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could get nasty if people are nasty with me.
Yeah.
But that's how you are too.
Oh.
I'm friendly until people don't want me to be friendly. You know what I mean?
You heard before we started the show today, I came in here with nice. I heard a couple of things I didn't like, and all of a sudden, I was calling this girl SpongeBob. My producer's losing it. She's gonna cry laughing. I'm sorry, Maria. Yeah. No, seriously. I'm nice till you're not nice. I'm nice till you mess with me or someone that I love. That's a big thing for me too. Like, there's almost a part of me. We got 2 minutes, guys. There's almost a part of me that's like, mess with me for a little bit. I'm a grown ass woman. I can hold my own. I'm a tough cookie. But like, don't mess with like a weaker party of someone attached to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like if someone messes with my assistant. She's a 17-year-old girl.
Right.
Like, don't play. I almost punched this guy the other day. Yeah, he's like, I would like to talk to her. And I said, she's my daughter. She's 15. Are you a pedophile? And he walked away. Have a nice day. Bye.
Listen, I know we have two minutes left, but I thought I'm going to start doing the rant of the day. So this is my rant of the week.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll do one rant that I hate.
Okay.
And I'm going to go back to, I thought of this on the way here because I was being followed on the way here by one of these big trucks again. Okay?
Oh, God, are we back on
Listen,
big
I'm
trucks?
going to do a video on these guys with their big trucks, okay? First of all, guys, you make your engine sound louder so it goes boom, boom when you're on it. You put these big tires on and you follow everybody. Listen, that's all cool. I wanted to do that too, but then I turned 10, and I didn't think it was cool to have big tires on a truck and go boom, boom. I can't stand these douchebags. I can't stand them. I'm sorry, I can't stand them. And then they tailgate you and boom, boom. They have these. This is getting out of control. They could run your car over. I mean, it's out of control. How big are we going to make this for these guys' egos? And listen, their car broke. Do you understand what these trucks cost? I don't know if they're probably paying an $1,800 a month car payment. They're paying $1,000 a month for gas. They want to prove they're a douchebag by paying $3,000 for a truck every month.
You know,
they want to pay it. I'm sorry, I hate these guys.
One,
I hate them.
use that in your comedy bit because it's hysterical. 2, you know what the problem is? Their mom didn't love them right.
Oh, my God.
So they got to go buy the big boy truck. That's true. They got to buy the big boy truck to show that there's somebody that they're cool.
Oh my God! The other guy, he's boom, boom, boom. Right? I wanted to pull next to him and roll down the window and say, "Dude, I stopped doing that when I was 10. Okay, I don't need a loud engine on my truck to think I'm cool. I'm cool without that." I'm sorry. I hate these guys. Liv will tell you. Once they get on my tail and they're tailing me, oh my God. I could go to jail. I swear to God, I could go to jail.
You're not one of these dicks that stops short, though. You don't stop short.
No,
They
no,
almost
I wouldn't
think,
do
okay.
that. No, they killed me with that truck. They fucking ran over. I'm sorry. Guys, grow up with these trucks. You don't need a big truck. Oh, look how cool I am. Nobody thinks you're cool. They think you're an ass. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. They don't think you're cool.
I don't think they're cool. I don't.
That's my rant of the day.
I love the rant. Okay, guys, we got to close out this show. A couple of things real quick. Don Sullivan, Danny Miner. Danny might be doing comedy this week. He's starting his acting class tonight, 5:30. Guys, if you're interested in a really good acting class, Thursday night at Rise Talent, 6:30 to 9. Please be there. Tonight's a good class as well. I'm going to have a ton of different auditions and stuff going on. We're still doing IMTA, New York City. We're closing that up soon. So if you're still interested, get in touch. Don Sullivan _ Friday night at the OYO with the sticky floor, and it's hood as could be, but we're going to go all meet there and support my friend Mike Krosner, who is producing a comedy show. Some really great comedians. It'll be a lot of fun.
Is that at Meth what? OYO? I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead.
OYO. Thank you for staying tuned and listening to all of our stuff today. We learned about alcohol and drugs, right? We learned about big trucks. We learned a lot about gambling. We got to try to keep it more positive.
Nah, people like negative.
People do like negative. You see how he says? You always feel like
People like negative.
Okay, guys, I have a wonderful week. We love you so much. Thank you so much to our followers and for the people that hate us. Thank you guys too. Tell these guys something.
Listen,
What can they do?
Act the Crime Solver. If you want to watch my podcast on my YT channel, The Minor Details, I have a mother on that her daughter's been missing for over a year in Tennessee. Now a video came out that might be her, so I'm going to have her on my podcast. And I'm going to, next Thursday, have a podcast with a mother that her daughter was murdered. Never saw, 14 years old, she was murdered. So I'm getting major national cases now, so.
As much as we say that we're negative and we talk shit and we talk shit about everybody, we usually talk shit about and protect the ones that are weak. So if there's anything negative here, that's just us telling you how we feel. But Danny does a lot of community work, just so you know. So I did receive a community award this week, but I really do believe you deserve a community award. So I will nominate you. I feel like you do a lot of work. Seriously, you do a lot of work in the community to help people, and not even our community, all communities, and you do help a lot of parents, and even if you can't heal their hearts, to show them that someone does give a shit about their missing daughters, sons, mothers, fathers. It really does mean something. 'Cause I could never imagine that. To me, someone that goes through that is like, I don't know, a hero in themselves to even go through that. So for you to actually work in that, I think is amazing.
Well, I just know, and I know we're cutting short here, I just know that when the police get to a point that they don't think they could solve a case, it goes on the back burner.
Yeah.
And could you imagine a mother where your 21-year-old daughter has been missing for a year, no signs of her at all? Could you even imagine that? I couldn't even imagine living like that.
Real quick,
I can't even imagine.
Log on. What are the details on that? Where did she disappear from? Was this the one where she left her house, or?
It was in Tennessee.
Okay.
Okay. She went to a hotel to visit somebody, a boyfriend, whatever. We're not sure if it could have been drug use.
Okay.
We don't know. But after that, she called her mom. Somebody saw her at 6:15 at that hotel, never seen again. And then they found her driver's license like 10 miles away. So where is she? You know, it's a crazy story.
You ever know that there are just a couple back-to-back productions going to kill us? They're like, oh, they're getting into a conversation. But so many things happen in hotels. They don't find the bodies in the hotels. You know, this has been like a reoccurring thing. There's 4 or 5 of them now where women have been in hotels, and I mean, they found the one in the water thing.
Oh, yeah, we can't even talk about that.
Yeah. But, yeah, water in the water thing, like Lake Mead. Okay, guys, we're just kidding. We will see you guys next Tuesday, 12 o'clock. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don Sullivan, Danny Miner, Vegas Views.